Okay, hi, and I just wanted to share with you some ideas about rhythm today. And simply, we're going to just try and break down rhythm a little bit and give you a bit of creative control on your rhythm. So, rhythm is not as complex as it seems, but you have to get a grasp of the concept of how it works. To put it in a simple way, all we're going to do is go through a few chords, and with each of those chords, we're going to place 4 beats per chord. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So those chords were E minor, C, G, and D. Okay, so the first idea is that you're basically having a chord that's lasting for a specific period of time. So, for example, the E minor is lasting for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but actually there is an invisible amount of rhythmical sound that's inside those 4 beats. And as long as you can hear that in your mind, you can do a lot with it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add more, this concept of more, to each 4 beats of every chord, okay? And it's going to sound like this. Okay, so all I did was I added more to each beat of the bar for every chord. Okay, so if we understand this concept of more, some people just think of it as adding quavers into the bar, but I like to think of it as adding more. We're going to add one more concept to that, and that is for each of those 4 beats, we're going to label them. So instead of calling them beat 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're going to label them as beginning, middle 1, middle 2, and end. Stay with me with this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the concept of more, so these extra strumming, this extra speed, to the beginning, which looks like this. Okay, so hopefully you can see where this is going. We can add more to middle 1, which will sound like this. And we can add more to middle 2, which sounds like this. And you've guessed it, we can add more to the end, which will sound like this. Okay, so you've got the idea. The concept is adding more to a particular point of the bar, which we've labeled beginning, middle 1, middle 2, and end. So we're now going to take that to that next step, which is adding more to 2 points of the bar. So for example, I'm going to add more to the beginning and the end. It'll sound like this. Okay, now I'm going to add more to the beginning and middle 1, which sounds like this. And finally, I'm going to add more to middle 2 and the end. That sounds like this. Okay, so finally, I'm just going to add completely randomly more, so this extra strumming, which is an up strum in this instance, to the chords of E minor, C, G, and D, 4 beats per bar. We've labeled them beginning, middle 1, middle 2, and end. And I'm just going to do it randomly now, so you can see how creative you can be without thought. You don't want to be thinking about this, you just want to be doing it as and when you feel like it. So here we go, randomly throwing in more to different parts of the bar. Okay, so hopefully you've got this idea of more in your mind, and what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there, and I may come back and show you some more things like adding even more rhythms to your playing, how to start pulling in some offbeats, and really kind of feeling non-thinking as you play, which is really the whole goal of being a musician or playing an instrument, is to express without thought. So yeah, have a go at that, and hopefully you'll get on with it. And I'll see you soon.